scene opens with a wide shot of a luxurious modern living room. A grand piano sits prominently in one corner. A young girl, maybe 7 or 8 years old, with a blindfold or sunglasses indicating she is blind, sits quietly on a couch. Let's call her Lily. Hello everyone and welcome back to our channel. Today we have a story that will surely warm your heart and remind you of the unexpected connections we make in life. This is the story of Clara, Lily, and a moment that changed everything. Our story begins in this magnificent house, home to a powerful CEO, Mr. Harrison, and his precious daughter, Lily. Lily, a bright and wonderful child, lost her sight a few years ago. Since then, her world had grown a little quieter, a little less colorful. Her father, consumed by work and grief, did everything he could to provide for her, but he struggled to reconnect with the joyful little girl he once knew. He hired nannies, tutors, and caretakers, but no one seemed to be able to break through the quiet sadness that surrounded Lily. That's when Clara entered the picture. Hired as a new maid, Clara was just supposed to keep the house in order. She was unassuming, diligent, and had a warmth about her that was instantly comforting. On her first day, as she quietly went about her duties, she noticed Lily sitting alone, listlessly tracing patterns on the sofa cushion. Clara's heart went out to her. She had been warned to keep her distance, to simply do her job, but she couldn't ignore the silent plea for companionship she saw in the little girl. "Hello, Lily," Clara said softly, her voice gentle so as not to startle her. "My name is Clara. It's very nice to meet you." Lily turned her head towards the sound, but didn't reply. Clara, undeterred, continued her work, humming a soft, simple tune as she dusted the furniture. She noticed Lily's head tilt, her ears straining to catch the melody. A tiny spark of an idea ignited in Clara's mind. Later that afternoon, she found Lily sitting near the grand piano, her small fingers hesitantly touching the polished wood. "It's a beautiful instrument, isn't it?" Clara said, approaching slowly. Lily nodded, her fingers flinching away from the keys. "Have you ever heard it play?" Clara asked. Lily shook her head. "My mommy used to play," she whispered, her voice barely audible. Before she went to the stars." A pang of sadness hit Clara. She understood now. The piano was a memory, a beautiful, painful reminder of what was lost. Would you like to hear a song?" Clara asked, her voice full of empathy. Lily hesitated for a long moment, then gave a small, almost imperceptible nod. Clara's heart swelled. She sat down at the piano bench, taking a deep breath. She wasn't a concert pianist, but she had learned to play from her own grandmother, and the music was a part of her soul. She invited Lily to sit beside her, gently taking the little girl's hand and placing it on the keys. "Feel this," Clara whispered. Her fingers began to move, playing a simple lyrical melody, a lullaby her grandmother used to play for her. The first few notes were soft, like raindrops on a window pane. As the music filled the silent room, something magical happened. A small smile, the first real smile anyone had seen in months, graced Lily's lips. She leaned closer, her entire body seeming to absorb the beautiful sounds. Clara then guided Lily's fingers, showing her how to press a key. Plink. A single, clear note rang out. Lily gasped in delight. They started a little game. Clara would play a short sequence, and Lily would try to find the same notes. Laughter, genuine and pure, echoed through the vast living room for the first time in a very, very long time. Lily wasn't just hearing the music, she was feeling it, creating it. For that brief period, she wasn't the blind girl in the quiet house. She was a musician, an explorer in a world of sound. Clara was no longer just a maid. She was a guide, a friend, opening a door to a world Lily thought was closed to her forever. Now, what our two new friends didn't know was that they weren't alone. Mr. Harrison had come home early, a rare occurrence. He was about to call out for his daughter when he heard it. First, the soft notes of the piano, and then a sound that made his heart stop in its tracks. Lily's laughter. He froze in the hallway, hidden from view. He watched as the new maid, this woman he'd barely spoken to, sat with his daughter, their heads close together. He saw the pure, unadulterated joy on Lily's face. He watched as she confidently pressed the keys, her usual timidity completely gone. Tears welled up in the CEO's eyes. For years he had tried to fix his daughter's world with money and specialists. He had bought her every possible gadget and therapy, but he had failed to give her the one thing she needed most, a simple, human connection. He saw more healing in that one moment, with a simple song, than in all the years of expensive treatments. He saw his daughter coming back to life, guided by the gentle hand of a woman who was supposed to be cleaning his floors. He watched them for a long time, his heart aching with a mix of regret and overwhelming gratitude. This woman, Clara, hadn't just cleaned his house. She had opened a window and let the sunlight back into his daughter's life, and in turn, his own. He realized that the melody filling his home wasn't just coming from the piano, it was the sound of hope. He knew, standing there in the shadows, that nothing in their lives would ever be the same again. Clara wasn't just a maid. She was the miracle they had been waiting for. What a powerful reminder that sometimes the greatest gifts don't come in fancy packages, but through simple acts of kindness and a shared song. Thank you so much for watching with us today. If this story touched your heart, please give this video a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more uplifting content. We'll see you in the next one.